What's up, guys? Scorpio here. Um, let's chill for a few minutes. Let's chill for a few
Let's
minutes.
chill for a few minutes. Let's
Yo,
chill
yo,
for.
yo. God, why does that happen? Sorry about that. So, there is a topic that I want to discuss, but we're in my feed right now. Don't mind my stuff, right? So we have, let's see, news about 8 GB GPUs. We have news about what is it? More PC building stuff. Um, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, 5060 budget GPUs, 5090, more 5090 news. But this is not what I want to talk about. Looks like there are people just trying to make more content, beat a what is it? What's the saying? Beat a dead horse, when it's already said and done. But what I want to talk about today is really sorry about that. Is really about the changing environment that I see what's going on. This is my opinion. GPUs, especially the high-end ones, are still in great demand. But what I am feeling, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, is that consumer demand is slowing down. And a big reason that I think it's slowing down is because we are getting frustrated and maybe a little angry of what's been going on with like the issues regarding the 5000 series cards, especially the launch. But you know what? What I've been noticing is that a lot of the issues that are coming out are more Nvidia, Nvidia side. And I honestly, this is what I noticed ever since I started PC, which is not long. I only started actually a year ago. But you know what? I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I'm sure that everybody does. We watch a lot of YouTube videos, especially news and all this stuff. And I honestly hardly even hear or see like videos that talk about problems with AMD cards. Okay. But I'm not talking about versus right now. What I'm talking about is that consumers are now they're losing trust in the most popular, the biggest name in the PC world, which is Nvidia. So I think that's maybe what has slowed down demand. And the trust came from all those problems, right? And being treated like we don't know what we need. Especially when they're still making 8 GB GPUs, and then coupled with the exorbitant prices that they put on these things. I can't imagine. Like, it's already a nightmare. 5000 series are already a nightmare. 5000 series, Nvidia 5000 series, like, prices are already a nightmare. AMD is climbing up to that. I can't imagine the prices for 6000 series, guys. Can you guys even imagine that shit? I mean, people are like already seeing $3,000 cards. Like it's normal now to see a 5090 being priced for more than $2,500, like closer to 3,000. And then it's 3,000. Can you guys imagine 6,000 series cards now costing, well, we'll see what happens. Like, hopefully Nvidia pivots and does something that will either maintain the price or lower it down, if they become more efficient. in producing these GPUs. We will see. We will see. But if everything stays the same and their mindset stays the same, their greed stays the same, they don't empathize with the consumer, with the gaming community, and our complaints in regards to affordability, we're going to see an MSRP for a 6000 series cards, maybe the high end, the highest, 6090, 2500. And guess what? That's going to be, we're going to see $3,500 regular, like once it hits like Amazon. Not we're not even talking about like really crazy scalper prices right now. Just for it to, what do you call it, those partnerships with like the other brands, Gigabyte or Sapphire, MSI. Once they get a hold of that and they make their own, once they start selling that, that's going to be $3,000, guys. $3,000 GPUs. Is the minimum wage in the US really climbing? Is the cost of living going down? Are expenses going down? If not, if these things just keep rising, then we are definitely going to see more of that transition. And it's happening right now. More of the gaming community transitioning or moving towards the more affordable option, which is AMD. And if Intel is smart, they will definitely start taking advantage of the situation. You know, if they can make cheaper GPUs or GPUs with more VRAM at a more affordable price. I mean, right now I think they are making like a low to mid compared to AMD and Nvidia's low to mid. They're more affordable. Intel is more affordable, and I really hope that they jump in and just take advantage of this. The CPU market, that's definitely dominated by AMD. That is dominated. Okay, so that's hard to compete, but there might be a very good, a big opportunity here for both AMD and Intel to put themselves more in front, to be more desirable for gamers, you know, in terms of graphics cards. Okay. I'm just hoping that things work out, because if they don't, I don't know how long I will be. Maybe a few years. Hopefully, again, hopefully my what I have lasts a few years, like, and can play games. But and also, guys, and a big thing. Okay, let's talk. So we're talking about that. We've talked about prices. You know, GPU, the performance is there. We know the performance is there, you know, okay? For mid to high end GPUs, the performance is there. It's the pricing is the one that frustrates us. Now my also concern, or I hope this doesn't happen, is that because these companies, AMD, Nvidia, they gotta keep making money, you know. So I hope they are not pushing game developers more into making unoptimized games, right? Or trying to keep pushing the limits of graphics. Because, oh my gosh, what I'm seeing right now with people and their, you know, their gameplays, especially when they have like the high end TVs and graphics cards and PCs, shit looks like beautiful already. So are they still gonna try to push graphics more to pretty much realistic, look like this, kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, what else? Like, if they want more money from their GPUs, that's really what they gotta do. Either make trashy games or great games that are very unoptimized, so they force us to buy better graphics cards, or they keep trying to push the limits of graphics. That's just how I see it, man. That's just how I see it. That's just how I see where they gotta go, or the only path that they can take if they want to keep making money. But yeah, I really feel that demand is getting lower just because already the performance is there, guys. We already know, like 5070 and 5060 Ti, I guess, and up, they can play all the games already. They should be able to play every game from now on. Just like the actually 7900 XTX, if the game doesn't require ray tracing, should play every game from now on. I have the one below it, 7900 XT, which I hope will last at least 5 years. I'll play it until it goes down all the way to like freaking 60 frames, and then I'll start thinking about it. Well, we'll see, right? Yeah, they're really gonna have to push the games to the limit to start making us like want more. But at the same time, are we gonna want more? Are people going to want to spend more spend on a new graphics card, like for the next generation? Like, think about it. So if the lowest MSRP, everything's fake, I know, but let's just think about that. Let's base it on that. For 5060, whatever, was like 549, then it was 749, then it was like 999. Oh, wait, let's go back. 549 for 5060 Ti or something. 5070 was like 749, and then there's the 5080, which was 999, and then 1999 for the 5090. Imagine though, all those going up $300 at least. I just see this happening all over again, but I see a lot more of a lot more gamers switching over to the more affordable, which is AMD, Intel. Even though they love Nvidia, they're fans and whatever, you really got to be like die hard Nvidia. No turning back, no matter what, to continue with the 6000 series, especially if things don't change in terms of like their mindset, their pricing. You really gotta be a legit fan, man. Like, I'm your biggest fan. You gotta be like that to like stick with the 6000 series, because guys, we all know that these things are starting to lose their value. Okay, because right now the performance is there. Like I said, we already have the performance that we need, even more than. And more of the gaming community which will rely on upscaling, like FrameGen, DLSS, FSR, to to bump up their performance. There will be a point where all of us will be like, I'm not gonna get a new GPU, but I'm gonna start using these features so I can use what I have longer. And we'll see what happens when I can't use that shit no more, and it's not helping me run the game. And I think at that point, if you can't run a game with any of the 5000 series cards except for the 8 gig, throw that shit out, or like a 7900 XTX, if you can't run the game, get out of PC world. Get out. You know, get out of there. It's not a gaming world anymore. It's something else. Okay. We shouldn't be needing to spend that kind of money. It's slowly become if it becomes at that price 2500 and above, you know, and so forth with the lower end cards or the lower cards, 300 more, it's gonna slowly become like not a fun hobby for me. It's slowly becoming now like a really enthusiast world. Okay, so I think I've said enough. I'm done. I'm gonna start going gaming. I am going to finish up Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I have like several other games. I'm just glad I'm a late bloomer and I'm not one of those that like play a game right when it comes out. But of course they do that because they're content. You know, they gotta make content. They gotta be the first one, right? Um, yeah, I'm not gonna go for Nvidia anymore. Even though I wanted them so bad. God, man, it's just becoming not an attractive thing anymore. Like their GPUs, their prices, and I really hope AMD like recognizes what they're doing too, because their prices are going up there too. But definitely not Nvidia type of pricing. Thank you guys. Have a great day. If you like the content, consider liking the video, liking and subscribing. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.